Today. This is the only airing for this DeskJet printer. Wow, I can't even say it. It's just roll off the tongue, but here we go. It is the best-selling brand, of course, HP, back with another phenomenal deal for you. Get this, under $60. I know. It's extremely limited quantities on this, and I know Jared is producing today, and he's gonna let me know when we start to run low on this, but this is your opportunity right off the top on this crafting event to be able to get you the printer that's gonna help you print those beautiful pictures for all of your scrapbooking, for all of the memory keeping. This is your opportunity to get home a quality DeskJet printer from, of course, a brand that you know and trust, HP. Let's go through really quickly what you're getting, because this is 30% off what you'd normally pay elsewhere. So I know we have a graphic that explains exactly what you're getting and really the value that you're taking home. So $84.99. If you were to buy this anywhere retail price, $84.99 for what you're getting today. That DeskJet printer today, because we're talking about being able to offer it to you on this amazing deal price, $59.99. So 30% off plus free shipping today. Now, to tell us all we need to know about how amazing this printer is, because again, this is really kind of one of the best that you can get, because we're always worried about ink. We don't want to worry about running out of ink. We don't want to worry about spending too much over and above. Ink is what really bothers us above and beyond, but this bundle comes with instant ink. Now, to explain how that works, Aaron Berger, come on in here.
Good morning.
Oh, it's such a good morning always when you're here, and especially to start off our show. But you know, our crafters, they're looking for a great printer that's gonna get all their projects done.
Crafters love this printer because instead of spending $2 or $3 or whatever you're sort of used to spending
for your photos
on a full size 8.5 by 11, or sometimes you don't print things out, right? You want to try something, you want to do a mock-up, but you think, oh, I don't want to screw this up, because how much does it cost, right? This costs about 6 or 7 cents to print. It is the lowest cost inkjet printing in America because it's HP Instant Ink. So I'll get to that in a few minutes. I wanted to show you right away the quality of the printing as well, because we're going to talk a lot about how this printer, so what is it? It's $60, but we include a $25 card for ink. So it's like getting a printer for $35.
Right.
Obviously, we're going to talk about that a lot, but I don't want you to think for a minute that you're getting anything less than HP quality. Yeah. HP's the #1 inkjet printer company in America. You can see for yourself the live prints that I'm doing right now, because I don't want you to think, you know, I did these on a $200 printer. And
no, exactly.
These are, in fact, this print that just came out, crafters will really appreciate this. This isn't even on photo paper. I'm going to show you. This is just on like plain thin sheet paper, and that's still the quality of the prints are out of this world. So this is a printer.
But it's an
copier.
all-in-one, yes.
That's right. Printer, copier, scanner. It has an auto document feeder. Usually when you get an auto document feeder, you're talking about a $200 printer. What that means is you can walk up to this as we get into back to school, as we get into maybe starting to think about preparing for next year for tax time. Up to 35 pages at a time will scan, print, or copy through. So you don't have to do one page at a time. But, and again, crafters, and everyone loves this, there's a full flatbed scanner as well. So if you have something that's three-dimensional, you can put anything that's 3D on there as well if you want to scan your jewelry or things that you own for insurance purposes. Here's the net, is that for less than you would spend for 2 cartridges.
Oh my gosh, it's so true.
So if you have an old printer at home right now, and you're gonna, if any time in the next year, you're going to have to buy ink for the old dinosaur printer that you have at home right now, don't do it. You'll spend more on ink. You'll spend more than $60 on 2 new ink cartridges for your, why would you do that? When here, you get a brand new printer, so that means brand new print heads, print, copy, scan, fax. We include a $25 ink card, and I'll explain Instant Ink in a minute. In fact, I'll explain Instant Ink now, because we also include
that's 6 months, right?
6 months
That's
of free
really
HP Instant
phenomenal.
Ink.
So I'm going to talk to my crafters real fast, because I know there's a lot of our crafters out there who are thinking, I do have a lot of big projects. I'm really trying to document and scrapbook, and I want to print out a lot of pictures. Now, we often feel like we hold back when we print because we want to save that money on our ink. But if you've got a big project, this is going to be the upgraded printer that you want because of how Instant Ink works. Your printer knows when it's running low on ink, and it will automatically send that message and reorder your ink. And it's a great program. Aaron, when you explained this to me, I was like floored, because I'm like, why do not other companies think of doing this? Because we are strapped to our ink and replacement.
And it's expensive, and it's a pain in the behind
so
to go to the
expensive.
drugstore, and which cartridge do you use?
Yes.
And the kids are knocking on your door on Sunday night at 10 o'clock saying, oh, my science fair project's due tomorrow, Mom, and we're out of ink.
All right.
You know the feeling, Mom, right? It's like, okay, where's the nearest 24-hour, and do they have the ink, and do I have $80 to pay for? Never worry about that again.
No.
I'm gonna show you one thing, and then I'm gonna talk about instant ink. One of the really nice things about this as well is you can print everything from your phone. So
I love the Wi-Fi connection.
it's so nice. Of course, you can still print from your printer, from your computer. Of course, you can still print from your tablet as well. But all the pictures you have on your phone, all those pictures I was printing, I'm gonna set this down. This is called HP Printable, so there's all kinds of awesome like crafting formats and school formats and just really good templates in there. But let me explain. This is the most important thing I'm gonna tell you. This is an instant ink printer. We've had them very rarely this year. I don't have one on my schedule for a couple of weeks at least, if not months. This is why instant ink is so important. You don't have to go to the store and buy ink for this printer. And ink is half price. So here's how it works. What is
I know
HP
people are like,
Instant
what?
Ink? I know, like, what is he talking about? Let me explain it. HP Instant Ink is an ink replacement service. So your printer's connected to Wi-Fi. When your printer starts to run low on ink, it lets HP know. They send more ink to you. And you're thinking, well, wait, but then I have to spend that $60 or $70 or $80. No, you don't. It's a monthly, and I'll get to the prices in a minute. It starts at $1.50 a month. Most people spend about $5 or $6. So when your printer gets low on ink, it orders ink for you. Automatically, it just comes to your door. Most people would think, okay, I have to pay double for that, right? It's gonna cost twice as much. If my refrigerator automatically bought me milk, I would pay twice as much. If I never had to think about it, that'd be great. It's half price of going to the store and buying ink. It's the biggest no-brainer you might ever see on HPN. It makes, HSN's sells a lot of great things, but in terms of value, it's out of this world. Monthly plans are based on pages printed, not cartridges used. That means you can do full color, full prints, all day, every day. It doesn't cost any more. There's no annual fee. You can change or cancel your plan at any time. The ink, the shipping, even the cartridge recycling are all included. Now, you're probably thinking, all right, this guy telling me it's the best deal. He's been here 20 years. This is the best thing he sells. It is one of the best things. You're probably thinking, but how much does it cost? That's what I would be thinking. We're gonna show you right now. Remember, we include 6 months for free. You can choose any of these plans. For the first 6 months, it's included. So you can choose any of the plans, and then on the 7th month, you could even switch to a less expensive plan if you want. Most people do one of the first 3 plans. There's one for, I'm gonna round up a penny because it makes the math easier. One for $1.50. So if you print 10 pages a month, if you don't print a lot, maybe you're retired, perfect, $1.50 a month. You can't beat that with a stick up a tree, right? I mean, it's incredible. Most people do the $5 or the $7 plan. That's for 50 to 100 pages. So what that means, I'll just speak to those, most of us who do the 100-page a month plan. That means that the prints that I'm holding right now, like I did my own school photos of Max just started a new school year. This print, which I'm gonna put in a dollar store frame and give to grandma for Christmas, this print costs 7 cents.
That's amazing.
And you see the quality. We did
the quality's next level. Look at this.
We did a little Home Alone homage over Thanksgiving last year. That cost 7 pennies. This, we had a little 80s day at school last year. And these photos don't all just live in my phone. And for many of you, you take so many photos. We live in this great time where we have a wonderful camera phone in our pocket. We take a bunch of photos. How many of your photos do you print and do you have around your house? How many photos of your loved ones, of your... People are tired of looking at them on your phone. You're tired of looking at them on your phone. Print your photos when you can do it for a couple of pennies with a new printer. This is a great morning to do it.
It really is. And then after that 6 months is up, we've already given you $25 to use towards that instant ink. That's what this comes in, that bundle, so that you don't have to worry, right? You're paying again to re-up on your ink. So you're not gonna be worrying about those big projects. I know I always have a huge scrapbooking project towards the end of the year because I want to collect all those photos that we took during the year and create that so that I don't, it doesn't bleed into the next year. That's what always happens. If I don't get it done at the end of the year, my projects kind of snowball. So I know you're thinking the same thing. Print those pictures out now, especially when you have this amazing deal. And don't get stuck to your old printer. Again, being able to buy a new printer, it will actually be a cost savings for you.
Yes.
Instead of having to invest in more of that ancient printer ink that is really costing above and beyond what you really should be paying for just the ink. Get yourself one of the best printers out there. It's going to print fast, it's going to print quiet, and it's going to get all the jobs done with the high quality that you really want to be able to preserve those memories. You just saw the pictures that, of course, Aaron just printed of his son. They're beautiful, they're vibrant, they're gorgeous, all color saturated. Look at this picture. I mean, come on, we're talking about these butterflies. You can see the individual butterflies, but then also that beautiful color gradient. This is what you're getting with an HP printer. And this is one of the best DeskJet printers we're able to offer from HP, and it's back. But again, limited quantities on what we have available, so to all our crafters out there, they understand. They're saying, yes, I need this right now, because of course, those print jobs, even if you're just printing on regular paper, let's say you just want to print on regular paper, not every printer can get beautiful quality photos on regular letter paper.
And it's quick.
And it's quick.
It's so fast. In fact, I want to do this. So I've got a photo here. If you want to make your own, if you're ready to redecorate a room, you go to, a local store and you start looking for art and that sort of thing.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. How expensive?
I mean, for little things, right? I don't know, you might pay 20 bucks or 30 bucks for a little picture. I'm gonna print this picture out right now. This is actually a picture I made with AI.
Oh, did you?
There
That's so awesome.
So many. Like, you choose your theme,
Right.
you type it
You put in
into,
the prompts.
and
Yeah.
it's like these beautiful photos. And when you have a printer, now I'm printing this one on photo paper, so I don't know, that maybe costs 2 pennies, say. The print itself is gonna cost 7 pennies. For less than 10 cents, you're gonna have frameable artwork. Think about making cards for the holidays.
That's so good. I didn't even think about that. How
Cards are
beautiful.
expensive, right? Cards are a
Yes.
couple bucks a piece. No, they're not. It's gonna be less than 10 cents a piece.
Oh my gosh, how amazing.
And they can be cards of you and your family. And you can print double-sided here. Again, it prints, it copies, it scans. You can send a fax. I'm gonna show off the AutoDock feeder in a minute. We're gonna have this entire print, so it's almost out. In fact, let me just move these so you can see everything
While
that's
that's
new.
finishing up, I did want to remind people, again, this is new. It's exclusive here to HSN. This deal is not to be beat. Of course, that sale price. I mean, come on. Being able to buy an all-in-one printer for under $60 these days is unheard of. And the fact that your ink is taken care of because you're getting the 6 months and the $25 gift card to be able to use towards your ink once that 6 months is up. Look at that picture and how fast that printed.
It's honestly,
Oh my
it
gosh.
is true lab quality. Like that, you would put that in a frame, you would hang that in your house, hang that in your kids' room, hang that in your art room.
And I love that you mentioned that you did that with AI, because it is unique. It is unique to you, and when you gift that to somebody, they're going to be like, wow, you really put effort into it. And you're like, but you didn't know that I only spent pennies on the dollar.
That's right. It feels like something that is expensive.
Gallery
and it
worthy.
is really high
Yeah,
quality,
you know what I
and
mean?
it is super artistic. So again, if you've got kids in school this year, as we're going back to school, if you're going to have to buy ink cartridges anytime in the next year, why would you do that? They'll probably cost you more than $60, what you're spending this morning.
Oh, for sure.
Plus, we're including a $25 ink card. So it's like getting it for $35. Plus, we include an additional 6 months of HP Instant Ink. So that is basically about a year's worth of ink. You're not gonna have to think about ink.
Oh, yeah.
Brand new printer, copier, scanner. This has an AutoDock feeder. I wanna show you this really quickly. Up to 35 pages at a time.
That's
I know we're super
amazing.
limited. I know we're busy. Congratulations
Yes.
if you're picking it up.
Oh, totally.
Nobody ever regretted buying the #1 brand in America.
Exactly.
The #1 selling printer brand in America. You know, I sell HP printers and computers. The #1 complaint I get from people, they're like, I want to buy a new one, but there's really nothing wrong with my old one. Like, well, that is the best complaint, because they do last forever, but your print heads do run out. So if you have a printer from a couple years ago and your ink is running out and you don't have instant ink, this is a great time. Everyone in the house can use it. You can print from an iPad, you can print from a Windows computer, you can print from an Android device.
Yes.
Any device, any operating system works with this.
Speaking from the crafter's perspective, I do think I personally upgrade my printers on a regular basis, only because, yes, the ink is so expensive on its own, but because you want the top of the line. You want the best. The quality speaks for itself, all right? And so you're seeing this and how easy it is to use this, being able to send from your phone, really from the source. You can send that image, get it printed. I mean, it's really, truly a no-brainer to be able to upgrade at this price. So 885-068 is the item number. Make sure you're grabbing this while you can. Again, very limited quantities on this. 885-088, I should say. I said 086, but yes, don't worry, very close. Grab it while you can again. Love it. HP, top of the line, wonderful. Thank you so much, Aaron. And I did want to mention to our folks who are crafting, one easy way if you're looking to label and keep all of your crafts organized, one of the best ways to do it is with